eminent speaker. Professor Dr. Manoj Kumar Sinha is currently working as the Vice Chancellor of Dharmshastra National Law University, Jabalpur. Prior to joining the NLU, he served the Indian Law Institute as its director. He did his doctorate in international law from Jawaharlal Nehru University, LLM from the University of Nottingham, and his LLB from the University of Delhi. His areas of specialization are human rights, constitutional law, international humanitarian and refugee law, international criminal law, and international institutions. He has published extensively in the fields of international law, international relations, constitutional law, international human rights, and refugee law in reputed national and international law journals. He has been overseas UGC Academic Staff College, the ICRC, the Ministry of External Affairs, and the Ministry of Environment and Forests. He serves on the editorial boards of several reputable national and international journals as well. Professor Sinha is a member of Executive Council, Academic Council, General Council, and Board of Studies, among other statutory bodies of various universities. He received numerous invitations to give lectures at several European universities as an invited professor and visiting professor. In recognition of his contribution in the field of international law as a young scholar, the International Development Research Center, Canada, granted him a scholarship in 2009. In addition, on September 4, 2021, the Indian Observer Post in New Delhi held the Lead Global Conclave 2021 when he was presented with the Great Indian Teachers Award. Additionally, on December 3, 2019, during the Bar Association of India's Lawyer of India's conference, he was given an award as one of the nation's notable bar leaders. Prior to joining the Indian Law Institute, he was teaching at the West Bengal National Law University of Juridical Sciences as a professor of law. He also served the Indian Society of International Law as its director. He served the All India Law Teachers Congress as its secretary a number of times. His recent authored and edited and co-edited books include Perspective of Indian Constitution and Development, 2023, International Criminal Law, LexisNexis, New Delhi, 2022, Bail, Law and Practice in India, ILI, New Delhi, 2019, and many more. Now, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Pallavi Gupta ma'am to felicitate our eminent guest of the day. Please, ma'am. Now, I would like to request our eminent guest, Professor Dr. Sinha, to bless us with his invaluable words.
Before Sir start his address, I would like to welcome Sir. I would like to welcome one and all over here, whether they have joined online or the physical mode. I welcome Chief Guest of the Day, Professor Manoj Sinha Sir, who is Vice Chancellor, Dharmshastra NLU, Jabalpur. I welcome our Chairman Sir, Registrar Sir, and Director Sir. In absentia, I welcome all the participants and faculty members over here. Sir, during this 6-day FDP program, we come to know what are the challenges of AI to the society, how it is beneficial for the society, and how it is how it is going to misuse the things. It is biased, it is discriminated also. So the biasness of the discrimination which we are facing in the society since historical time, still it is going on through AI. So we have to look into the what are the loopholes and the shortcomings of AI to look to improve the version of AI for the benefit of the society. So with this, I would like to welcome once again our chief guest, Professor Sinha.
ठीक है सर थैंक यू प्रोफेसर पल्लवी गुप्ता प्रोफेसर A.K. त्यागी जी and Professor Mudit who brought me here today. इसको आप कोई दिक्कत I think. I remember a couple of days back, I received a call from Professor Pallavi and she requested me, can I participate in the conference on law, artificial intelligence? ज्यादा ही कर रहेगा आप बेसिक So I received a call from her and Professor Pallavi said, is it possible for you to... आ रही है ना आपको हेलो हाँ आ रही है ना you can hear. So thank you very much. I gave my consent. I said, okay, I'll come. And we both were in dilemma whether offline or online. I said, okay, I'm on 26th. I'm in Delhi in Noida, and I'll come. And today was a little bit hectic. But personally, I wanted to visit the campus. This is the second or third time I visited. So, and I'm thankful to the dean, chairman, directors, for everybody for inviting me here. We are discussing a topic which has a great value in contemporary time. And most of the institutions, they started discussing about artificial intelligence and its integration and how much is integration in the legal field, whether it's a code, whether classroom, whether students. We have to accept the reality. The science has always moved on and society also accordingly grew. If we go back 30 years or 40 years, even introduction of computer, a lot of similar kind of issues. Computer will create a problem. It will create many people jobless, number of things. Then gradually internet has come. Then digital divide concept has come. And now also we have reached more or less on the conclusion that life without internet is not possible. So to live with dignity, you must have access of information. And how information? And that is why many authorities, domestically and internationally, they recognize right to internet as a, or access to internet is a human rights. So it has become a access to internet is human rights. And this tool has every time it's getting refined day by day, day by day. Accessibility is here. So if we focus on the development of last 30 years, it has transformed the almost all sectors of the life. It's not only education, business, trade, every area it has some influence in there. Use of artificial, how much artificial, particularly in the legal education or law university, uh, that we have to think about, that we have to ponder over. If you ask me in a one word, I will say ki any development, technological development, we must use as a assistive tool. It assists us. it should not overtake us. So it's like, artificial intelligence should be used as a assisted tool in doing the research, doing the there. It has also the huge challenge is before us, because it also takes your privacy. We have a judgment of the Supreme Court, thousands of the pages judgment, elaborated judgment is there. But when we look into the technological development, all information about it's available. Where I am right now. So somebody can easily locate me where I am, what I am speaking, what I am saying. So like, your personal life also gets affected because of the technological revolution which has taken place in the end of the 20th century and 21st century. At the Indian Law Institute, we had a meeting on the artificial intelligence when I was there a couple of years back, and we invited a professor from the UK university, and we wanted to know how much like how artificial intelligence is accepted in the US campus and UK campus, acceptability of the artificial intelligence in the Western world. So he has been teaching there. And what I learned from his presentation, the important aspect, he said in the United States University, after doing a lot of research, they concluded that artificial intelligence should not be allowed to use in the campuses. Some of the US universities, they are against the use of artificial intelligence. Forget about the law and artificial intelligence integration. Whereas, when they looked into the United Kingdom, they have also certain kind of reservation, how much, that is the point that they come to the conclusion that artificial intelligence should be allowed to all sectors, like students, faculty, and everyone for the using of artificial intelligence. However, it has to be used as a assistive tool, limited. Means some way they said you allow it, completely provision is not justified. You allow it there, and it has to be a limited use of the as assistive tool. You might have read in the newspaper that recently, and some scholars might have discussed, where students have said, "Ki my teacher is not teaching and she is using artificial intelligence," and that has become a big issue. She said, and that girl was pointed out that she teacher in the classroom using artificial intelligence, means all information she gathers, and that is the classmate she is sharing that. But girl was nice. The point, the person who identified, she said, I don't want to disturb her. She's a livelihood. But we have paid the money. We want lecture. We don't want artificial intelligence which is available. And that is the major challenge. When you go in the classroom, you say something, immediately there is a possibility, if you have not worked properly, a student will say, this decision has been overturned. This is the new position. What you are talking about, the 70s or 80s, that is not the real position. So you face a very difficult situation where the students are equally looking into, where students also look into the different parts. So this is the teaching has become very competitive and challenging also in the classroom. In earlier, we were as a knowledge disseminator. We go in the class, now we are facilitator. We facilitate because information is there. Earlier, source of information was only the teacher, but today students are also even not they have read, but they can get some idea immediately. I'll give you an example. We all talk about the sustainable development, and now sustainable development become very important after sustainable development goals is there. But sustainable development some way existed 1987 when a World Commission on Environment and the United Nations constituted a body, World Commission on Environment and Development, how to balance environment and development. That was the concern. And a World Commission on Environment and Development, and finally headed by Brundtland, Gora Harlem Brundtland's Brundtland report we know in 1987. So she submitted the report, which is known as a Brundtland report, and she defines what sustainable development is there. So I was supposed to go somewhere. So I know that 1987. So when it comes to the definition of sustainable development, we take the route of the our common future or Brundtland report, which spoke about the sustainable development. But sustainable development also made certain recommendations. Because paucity of time, we don't have to go through the report. Recommendation, it talks about the 5 burning areas which needs to be addressed. And I found what has been said in 1987 is very much relevant in the Sustainable Development Goal, which came into existence in the 2016, beginning of the 1st January 2016. So what they say, the 5 recommendations are equally important. The first is said, recommendation says sustainable development. The first recommendation. Whatever is step, sustainability is important. Second, environmental protection. Third, poverty reduction. Fourth, economic growth. And fifth and final, it talks about international cooperation. If you look into the sustainable development goals, it revolves around this particular idea. Economic growth, protection of environment, and sustainability becomes buzzword in entire sustainable development goals in there. So, but this information, 5 recommendations, for me also, I located by, because today the moment you do in the Google, artificial intelligence start saying algorithm and they keep on giving you, without opening the site, it gives you a metadata also in the WhatsApp you do, it will come out one by one. So sometimes it's very easy, very helpful also. Some of the information you come to know, like in another important, I could have never learned that. I learned from the internet that the development word has an origin. An origin, it goes to the League of Covenants, League of Nations. So League Covenant also talks about the development under the Article 22. I would have never gone through that. But since I looked into the internet, I try to say, so some of the information. So what I'm trying to say, that we must try to take the benefits, quick benefits, what are the important points which are artificial intelligence or even internet or global technology gives us. It facilitates, it makes us equipped us with the latest development. Sometimes we move around and we rely entirely on the books, but books are always 1 year or 2 years late. So what is happening? So it fills the gap between that particular term. So reliance on artificial intelligence, reliance on technology needs to be taken positively. Negatively, the students, the students. As a teacher, how he or she can write. But now even the student, he writes a letter, a lengthy letter. If he has a complaint or if he will write big letter, 2 pages letter. So आपको लगने लगता है कि क्या कहना चाहता है, क्या है. So you start reading, then he will talk about many things. So letters are also written on the artificial intelligence. You give a dictation, project reports are prepared. But you know that this person cannot write what he has submitted. And if he continues to do, and even if you say, okay, I will not fail, but I will not give high marks, even if the project is very good, if we don't stop, his mind will stop working. So as a teacher, we have to alert him. Give you, look, I'll pass you in this paper, but what you are doing, your dependence will increase day by day, even if you go in the litigation and your effort. You try an artificial intelligence. Okay, what was the ratio in this particular case? You will find something different ratio artificial intelligence is given. What was the orbiter? You try any case, it reaches in a different conclusion. So that's and then if you continue to teach, if your teacher rely on the artificial intelligence, not reading the case and just putting on there, it gives some kind of information which there is a possibility of being passing on some wrong information to the student. So it has to be clubbed with the hard teaching and also in the software to assimilate some of the information, some of the idea when the artificial. We can't stop it. These are the unstoppable. Globalization is unstoppable. Economic globalization is unstoppable. Development is unstoppable. Technology is unstoppable. So integration becomes best way. Integration means how we are going to integrate where the traditional understanding, traditional mode of teaching remains effective and there. artificial intelligence should not take the human intelligence. The fear is that it will take overcome. So always human intelligence is there. The another important which in the digital, so we are almost in the digital society, we are living in the digital society. We need to ponder over, we need to think about how accessibility and to all students. Because when in the class, you have many students, not here, but maybe in some other poor, like in the state universities, state colleges, they don't have like equipment, computer, mobile or something. So how institution can, when you rely on that, how institution can develop a computer lab where students can access? And that is why Bar Council of India still continues to insist upon where is computer lab. So you say what is the lab is required in a law school. When law school is library, when law school we talk about the moot court, we talk about the legal aid committee and other things. But computer lab is not necessary. But I think the computer lab is the place where the students who are not in a position to access technological benefits, they can sit there, they can have there. So accessibility becomes very important. And that is like some way we are passing through a phase where disparity is there in the society. In one way, we are moving. There is a like class of people, they have everything. Other way, there are people, large number of people, they are in a not in a position to get 2 times a meal each day. So their life is very difficult. So institution, colleges, they have a responsibility to make everything access to each student. And if like, most of the places libraries are open for quite long time, not the only for the 5 o'clock, at least 8 or 9. It's a general practice in almost all these things. So and I just heard also the Professor Bakshi and many traditional scholars, they still propagate the idea the traditional mode of reading and learning is better than the artificial intelligence. So every traditional old teachers have a view about the integration. They said it has to be limited. It should not be absolute on that particular side. So I would like to conclude by saying that we should not stop it in the campus. Let the artificial intelligence uh, come inside the campus. Let the students also use the way they are using Google search and everything there. But same time, as a teacher, as a guardian of the students, we must warn too much reliance on the artificial intelligence will harm him in a long, bigger way. So it's better to use as a assistive tool to search the material, to find the latest information, latest development, latest case law, and that will be used. But don't use something which is, so the student must go to the library, must read the book and supplement if there is a gap to the artificial intelligence or internet. With this, I would like to thank uh, Professor Pallavi, Professor Tyagi, and all colleagues for inviting me here. And also on Saturday, you decided to stay for some more time. So I feel really sorry that I got delayed due to that particular program, but I'm very happy that I could make it and interact with all of you. Thank you very much.
Sir, thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring and motivating words. Your insights have certainly given us much to think about as we move forward in our professional journeys, equipped with the knowledge and perspective gained during this program. Now, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Ajay Kumar Tyagi, sir, to conclude this session and for his gracious vote of thanks. Please, sir. Before that, we would be going with the certificate distribution ceremony.
Thank you so much, Ms. Amrita. Before going to official vote of thanks, I will request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Manoj Sinha sir, and our head of the department, Professor Dr. Pallavi Gupta ma'am, to go with the certificate distribution first, then we'll go for the vote of thanks. So may I request, sir, may I request, ma'am? Where are the names? Okay, okay. So I would like to call Miss Amrita first because she is the. A big round of applause for Miss Amrita because she was working very hard for this 1 week FDP. She did the superb job. Thank you so much, Miss Amrita. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now I would request Dr. Richa. A big round of applause for Dr. Richa. Now I would request Dr. M.N. Rahman, Dr. Komal, Dr. Komal Chauhan. A big round of applause for ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now, Dr. Simi Vek. Dr. Simi Vek. A big round of applause for Dr. Simi. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now, Dr. Aman Rahman. Thank you so much. Mr. Mudit Rohila. Next is Mr. Mudit Rohila. A big round of applause for Mr. Mudit because he made the day today. Thank you so much. Yeah. May I request Dr. Rumi Ahmed to collect the certificate, please? Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. May I request Mr. Prashant Pandey and Mr. Amar Anshul. A big round of applause for Mr. Prashant Pandey for his tireless efforts for this FDP. A big round of applause. Mr. Amar Anshul. A big round of applause for him. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am. Mr. Gaurav Shah. A big round of applause. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, Dr. Divedi. Dr. Sudhir Divedi. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am. A big round of applause for Dr. Divedi. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. Now, may I request Professor Dr. Pallavi Gupta, ma'am, to felicitate our chief guest. Let me tell you that our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, today he was having a very busy schedule, but despite that, he spared his valuable time. So I want a big round of applause for sir. Sir, thank you so much for gracing this valedictory session. And now may I request Professor Dr. Pallavi Gupta, ma'am, as a token of love to felicitate sir. We have a memento for sir. Thank you so much, sir, for gracing the occasion once again. And as a token of love, one more. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. A big round of applause. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. So, though officially I have been invited to, give this vote of thanks, but before that, I believe I will not be satisfied until unless I thank you, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Dr. Manoj Sinha, sir, for your inspiring and motivating words. Your insights have certainly given us much to think about as we have moved forwarded in our professional journeys, equipped with the knowledge and perspective gained during this program. Sir has very impressively highlighted certain points, and I believe as juniors, as the learners, as the followers, we need to focus on these ideas. And I believe this is the crux of this, 1 week FDP program. Sir has talked about the cognition, integration, and how we can go for, how we can avoid that disparity, and how we need to still, though we are in the age of artificial intelligence, but still how we cannot forget the traditional mode of learning and reading. So thank you so much, sir. And we would be definitely, inculcating all those insights in our teaching. Thank you so much, sir. So once again, a big round of applause for sir. And now this is the time for official vote of thanks. And I want to say that it was indeed a very learning experience last 6-7 days. So good afternoon to the chief guest of the day, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dharmashastra National Law University, Jabalpur, Professor Dr. Manoj Sinha sir, Honorable Chairman GIMS Group, Dr. Amit Gupta sir in absentia, Campus Director GIMS Greater Noida in absentia, the Registrar GIMS Greater Noida, Professor Dr. R.N. Rajotia ji in absentia, HOD Department of Law GIMS Greater Noida, Professor Dr. Pallavi Gupta Madam, dear HODs of different departments present here, my dear colleagues from academic and industry fraternity, and my dear research scholars. Now I'm reminded with one few lines of the Gulzar Saab Sher, that is, घर से दरवाजा छोटा, दरवाजे से ताला छोटा, ताले से चाबी छोटी, पर छोटी सी चाबी से खुल जाता है पूरा घर. So we initiated this faculty development program with these insights, with this spirit, because छोटे छोटे विचारों से, छोटे छोटे परिवर्तनों से ही हम एक बदलाव ला सकते हैं, एक परिवर्तन ला सकते हैं. But we should not forget our culture, we should not forget our tradition. What sir has, Honorable Vice Chancellor sir has emphasized in his deliberation. Now I, Dr. Ajay Kumar Tyagi, on behalf of the Department of Law, GIMS Greater Noida and Organizing Committee, take this privilege and honor to extend the heartfelt vote of thanks on the occasion of this valedictory session of this enlightening and thought-provoking 1 week faculty development program on law, artificial intelligence, and digital society. First and foremost, I extend my deepest gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, Professor Dr. Manoj Sinha sir, the esteemed guest of today's evening, for gracing this occasion with his august presence. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, your inspiring words have not only enriched our understanding of the intricate relationship between the technology, law, and the digital society, but have also encouraged us to reflect on the ethical and legal challenges in the age of artificial intelligence. Thank you so much, sir. Your visionary perspective will serve as a guiding light for all of us in academia and research. Thank you so much, sir. I also take this opportunity to thank all our resource persons whose active engagement and effective deliberations has made this program meaningful and insightful. We are thankful to Professor Dr. Preeti Saxena ma'am, the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Himachal Pradesh National Law University, Shimla, as he graced the inaugural session. So thank you so much, ma'am. We are thankful to Professor Dr. Jalis Suban. We are thankful to Professor Dr. Priya Sondi. We are thankful to Dr. Nidhi Saxena, Mr. Subhash Bhutoria, and Advocate Mahir Gupta. We are also thankful to Mr. Amit Nagar and Mr. Mayank Sharvastav for making us familiar with the insights. I extend my sincere gratitude for the unwavering support and academic vision of Dr. Amit Gupta, the Chairman, GIMS Group. Sir, your commitment to fostering excellence in higher education is instrumental. Thank you so much, sir. I also extend my sincere gratitude to the respected Campus Director, GIMS Greater Noida, Professor Dr. Sachin Yadav ji, whose strategic leadership ensures a vibrant learning environment that supports and advance academic learning. I'm also thankful to the Registrar, GIMS Greater Noida, Professor Dr. R.N. Rajotia, for inspiring us and supporting us. A special appreciation due to the driving force of the FDP, HOD Department of Law, JIMS Greater Noida, Professor Dr. Pallavi Gupta ma'am, for her exemplary guidance and for in fact, motivating the faculties and taking institutional development initiative and research-oriented legal education. A big round of applause for our driving force for this FDP. I'm thankful to all the HODs of different departments of JIMS Greater Noida for their support to make this faculty development program a successful one. I would like to acknowledge the active engagement of all the participants who throughout full contributions made this faculty development both participative and impactful. Thank you so much, dear participants and attendees, for your meaningful contribution in this FDP session. Last but not least, my heartfelt thanks to organizing committee members, my fellow colleagues, IT department, account department, a special mention to the admin department and staff members. And I beg your pardon if I'm not calling anybody's name, because our organizing team, whether it was Dr. Aman Rahman, Dr. Sudhir Dwivedi, Dr. Richa, Dr. Prashant Pandey, Mr. Gaurav, Mr. Amar Anshul, Mr. Mudit, Ms. Amrita, Dr. Komal Chauhan, Dr. Simi Virk, or Rumi Ahmed, they put all sort of efforts to make this FDP successful. Yes, and they were the speakers also. A big round of applause for all of us, in fact. Finally, I express my gratitude to all those who have contributed directly and indirectly for the success or to make this FDP a grand success. We look forward to more such enriching engagements in the future. Thank you once again, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would request all the participants, kindly switch on your videos, your cameras for a group photograph.